Welcome to this video on storytelling. In this lesson, we will explore how to use narrative tenses, learn adjectives for feelings, and understand the weak forms of was, were, and had. Let's begin by talking about happy memories. Watch the video, then tick the topics mentioned. Reflect on which memory you enjoyed the most and why. Stories are a big part of our lives. Discuss these questions with a partner. Do you share stories on social media? What kind? And how does telling stories face-to-face differ from online? Read the story presented on screen. Based on the context, choose the best final sentence from the options provided. Here is the story about Andy. Take a moment to read his account. Notice how the bolded adjectives describe his feelings and the situation. Now let's look at the meanings of those bolded adjectives. Fill in the blanks with the correct words from the story to complete the definitions. Look at these images. Do you notice the pattern? We use different adjective endings depending on whether we are describing how a person feels or what causes that feeling. Apply what you've learned. Complete these questions using the correct ed or ing endings. Then practice asking and answering these questions with a partner. We are going to listen to a story about two friends traveling in India. Look at these pictures and predict what happened. Then, listen to the audio to check your ideas and put the events in order. With your partner, answer these questions about the story in detail. Think carefully about the sequence of events and how the characters felt. Travel can be quite an adventure. Discuss with a partner. Would you enjoy a long train journey? Share your own experiences with past trips. Let's analyze the narrative tenses used in the story. Why do we use were sleeping versus stopped? And how does the past perfect help us describe events that happened earlier? Here is the full audio script. Use this to find more examples of the three narrative tenses we just discussed. Pay attention to the pronunciation of was, were, and had. In connected speech, these are often pronounced as weak forms. Practice saying these sentences aloud. Finally, practice your storytelling. Use these prompts to talk about a memorable time in your life. Use the narrative tenses and vocabulary we covered today. Now, read the future skills box on communication. It provides helpful phrases for organizing your anecdote and keeping the order of events clear. This personal story is about Rob's experience on an island near Okinawa. Read his account and see if you can determine how he ended up stranded. Read through Rob's story again. Notice the gaps labeled 1 through 7 and think about how to fill them in based on the context. Now match the linking phrases listed here to their correct meanings numbered 1 through 7 to complete your understanding of the text. It is your turn to write a story for the magazine. Remember to use narrative tenses and the linking phrases we just practiced to make your account engaging.